When I was 14 years old, I decided to ride over to my friend's house on my bike. And I was balancing some things on my handlebar. And as I was riding over there, I decided I had an itch on my back. You ever had an itch that you just had to scratch? That's how this one was. And so rather than stopping the bike and scratching my back, which would make way more sense, I decided to scratch my back while riding my bike. And as you might expect, tragedy ensued. I went crashing into the ground, hit a curb, flew off my bike. And while it hurt, I didn't think much of it until I stood up and realized that I had this gaping wound in my knee. My leg had just been split open. There was a bunch of blood gushing down. Really gross. I'll save you the details. But I had to go to the doctor. They had to clean it out, which was quite an ordeal, and get 21 stitches. And then there was a lengthy, healing process for that. And even to this day, I still have a scar on my knee, a pretty sizable scar. And it doesn't hurt at all anymore, but it's still there. Now, keep your spiritual ears on here. The mistake was my own, and it hurt a lot. The treatment was a process, okay, but ultimately it was successful. And I still have the scar, though it doesn't hurt me anymore. I think this is a really good analogy for sin and remembering past sins. Do we make mistakes? Yes, those are the sins. Can we repent of those? Absolutely. And be forgiven? Absolutely. But sometimes we still remember those past sins. Like I still see that scar and remember that mistake that I made, because it helps me to not make that mistake in the future. I can tell you I haven't scratched my back while riding my bike since, because I learned my lesson and I have that continual reminder of that mistake. It doesn't hurt me anymore, but I learn from it and I'm reminded to not repeat those mistakes.